Research has shown that UK tradesmen would like to dispense with the many cartridge adhesives, sealants and fillers they have to carry and would welcome an all-in-one solution. Sikaflex ebt, a new all-in-one gun-applied adhesive, sealant and filler, is the answer. Formerly for use only in the contracting, civil engineering, automotive and marine manufacturing industries, where its ability to bond different materials has proved extremely effective, Sikaflex ebt is now available to the UK building trade.
It's just something I've never seen before. I mean, just so flexible, doesn't split when you bend it right back, can't pull it apart. It's just amazing, really. Technology nowadays. It's just completely different. It's just out of this world, really, when you think of how flexible it is, but then it's so strong. Speechless, really. No more screws.
Probably the best product I've used so far. You could use this absolutely anywhere, obviously. Great piece of kit. Definitely be buying a box or maybe a couple of boxes. Variety of colours. Does the job.
If we're replacing a pane of glass, obviously, you know, you could seal it in with it. Same again with window frames to actually hold them to the wall, along with the fixings, of course. The trims, sealing around, waterproofing of the main windows. It's flexible, that's a major part. Obviously, with a door, you've got a door that could slam. It allows for a little bit of movement. We could use Sikaflex for architraves, skirting boards, electrical trunking, even as far as the carpet grippers on the floor. Very good for putting worktops down to the units, obviously sealing around for the waterproofing. It's very good for a sink. Obviously, when we're seating the sink down to the worktop, it gives us a perfect waterproof and a flexible joint underneath. You're never going to get a kitchen unit to fit perfectly, so you're going to have cover panels. If you're trying to fix in there, you can't get in there with a drill without taking all the units back out. With the Sikaflex, we can put a piece of batten to the wall, then obviously stick down onto the batten and then seal up around the outside for waterproofing. Sikaflex obviously will hold it, and will hold it solid and it won't move. It's watertight. You know, if a paint effect needed to be put over it, we can do. I'm impressed for what I've seen so far.
As you can see, this bathroom's completely finished, and we have used a lot of Sikaflex because it's completely waterproof. We've stuck all these panels on all the way around. We've actually seated the bath using Sikaflex. What I like is its versatility. It's completely waterproof, flexible, and it's very strong. We've actually fixed the windows in and we've sealed with Sikaflex. These corner beads, it's absolutely ideal for sticking the corner beads on. We can use it for sticking panelling and shelving, the architraves around the doors. When it comes to fitting the kitchens, we can sort of joint the worktops together. It's got 100 uses basically around the house. Also, different range of colours that you can get, so it combines with the different colour materials that you're using. Working with Sikaflex in bathrooms, kitchens, bedrooms, just absolutely ideal. And once you've put it there, it stays there.
At the moment, we're putting structural waterproofing onto earth-retaining walls in the basement environment. We use Sikaflex as an adhesive, so we don't puncture the Sika 1 render.
I've just been using Sikaflex to seal the windowsill, to keep it as a waterproof, so when we do the actual Sika rendering, it completely tanks it and keeps it at water seal tightness.
Well, firstly, it's very labour saving. You would just apply the material to the back of a timber batten, place it on the wall, and you can walk away knowing full well that the piece of timber you've got will stay in that position forever.
Compared to epoxy resin, it doesn't go off so quick, so you have plenty of time to use the product. Plus, rather than being rigid like an epoxy resin, it's also flexible.
The Sikaflex ebt can be used to fix anything, even such things as fireplaces, terrazzo tiles, even heavier items such as radiators.
We don't puncture the tank in because it creates weak spots in the render. So, I mean, for guarantee purposes, Sikaflex is the better option.
There are, of course, need for certain penetrations to come through the Sika render. These include gas, electricity and water. So we use the ebt as a fillet around the pipe that comes through, knowing the fact that the ebt is waterproof. As in normal situations, movement of these pipes does take place, and again, this is quite adequately taken up by the tolerance that is given in the EBT.
This is a typical bathroom installation that we do using Sikaflex. Sikaflex, it sticks the bath to the wall, also sticks and seals the bath taps, stops any leaks, and we seal the waste in with it as well. Sikaflex is good for us in the plumbing trade because it's strong, it's flexible, it's waterproof. We stick the shower trays to the floor with it. We also run a bead round the edge and stick the trays to the ceramic tiles. It's good. It makes it watertight, it's flexible. The grip's good and the grab's good. When you put a bath in, you tend to get a bit of a sag, especially when they put water in it, it sags off the wall. It's strong, it'll hold it there. Just run a bead round the bottom of the pan before you put the pan in, shove it in position, it just puts a little percussion between it. Ceramic and ceramic soon chip. So if you've got a percussion between it, you've less chance of it chipping. Also, it takes weight better. When somebody's sat on it, it's not rubbing ceramic against ceramic. This is another typical installation that we use using Sikaflex. Sikaflex bonds the timber to the concrete floor, the plywood to the wood, the tiles to the plywood. In an area like this where there's plenty of water, it's perfect. I've used lots of other products, but this has been good. This has been good. I don't have to return. I can put this on and I'm not going back. I used to have about 4 or 5 products in my van, where now I don't need to. I just need the one product. The one product that I use does it all. And it's this, Sikaflex.